Welcome back to another midweek video. We're going to give everyone a bit of an update on where we are with bits and pieces. But before we go any further, if everyone could just stop what they're doing, pause the video, and enter our raffle for this lovely D9 bulldozer. Give us £2.50, and that will help us pay for all our bad habits of buying vehicles that need loads of work doing to them, like pretty much every single one we've got. And while we're on to that, we're going to actually be talking about Armageddon's M60 and, more importantly, the M60 pack, because that's the bit that we've got the most trouble with. So, of course, for those that haven't seen the video, go back and have a look, but we did get it going and it ran badly, chucking lots of oil out. We then stripped it down and found many hideous things have happened on this side, but all isn't lost, as certain the team at Armageddon, I don't know why I said that wrong, have been busy and they've gone and got us many things. So we have got brand new pistons, which I can't even get out of the box. There we go, look at that. That's what it should look like, not that. Okay, so we've got a set of pistons for this side. We've got piston rings. We've even got a new liner pots or jugs, whatever you want to call it. These are extremely heavy. Literally, I think it is actually a refurbed unit, but we're going to call it brand new. That isn't going to get blew back in there. We've also got some new injectors, which I think, someone will be like, no. I think this, I won't have it too close to the mic, it'll just be a load of rattling on. I actually think the injectors were the biggest failure here. So I believe, and I could be wrong, that it was the injector that was probably faulty that could have caused that, could have caused the holes in the piston. That's it. I could be wrong, but to be sure, we've gone for a full set of injectors for this site. So what we're going to try and do is, I'm over here. Thank you. So what we're going to try and do is repair what's clearly broken and then run it up, see what happens. Because this side did actually run rather well. There was no reason to believe that we need to rip this side apart. So what I don't want to do is fully tear down the engine and have bits and pieces everywhere. So I know there'll be a lot of people kicking and screaming going, oh, I should replace everything. Well, believe it or not, all these parts are very, very expensive and there aren't many of them. So it makes it a little bit difficult to just restore the whole engine. So we are just going to replace what is damaged. We are going to try and repair the original jugs if we can. Honed. We're going to get them honed out because the actual aluminium piston is a lot softer than the steel lining. So with any luck, might not have damaged them as bad as we think, but in case it has, we have got options. And of course, the other thing we need to get on with is the welding. And we have now got a powerful welder ready for that. So we shall be getting on with that very soon. So this is the M60. We have brought it out because we're going to do more prep work to the welding, for the welding. We're going to clean all this off, grind it nice and flat, get as much of this dirtiness and molten metal out. So that's why we've dragged her outside to do that. But of course we have got the Victory Show this weekend at Cosby, where we will be taking the Scammell Pioneer and the T-34 on the back of the Rogers trailer. Everyone keeps going, oh, we want an update on that. So while we're talking about that, let's go and give everyone an update on the T-34 and the reason it's still how it is. So this is Mr. Best's Scammell Pioneer, and later on this week, he is going to drive it to the Victory Show at Cosby with the Rogers trailer and the T-34, which I think makes for a great load. Hopefully we're going to make it. And we may do a bit of a recovery demonstration, a bit of a display at the show, roll the T-34 off, winch it back on, because last time that went really well, didn't it? When we winched it on and then we weren't happy with that, so we thought we'd try and winch it onto the back of the Scammell. So we've got a bit of learning to do on that. So yeah, people keep asking about the T-34, you know, why have we not done anything on it? And I did promise people, just a moment. I've had to move because the sun is in my eyes. And yeah, so we did keep promising people that after the 4AA5 was completed, we were going to start straight back on with the T-34. And although it looks like we haven't done that because we've got Hello?
Please add me on WhatsApp.
If anyone wants to ring that number and send them really nasty things, that'd be great. So, where was I? So, yes, we promised everyone that after the 405 was finished, we're going to crack on with the T-34. And I know a lot of you are thinking, well, we haven't done that. We are only human. We are trying to entertain people in between stuff. That's why we did the plough project and loads of other bits and pieces in between. But no, we are still planning to do the T-34 this year, or make a start on it. Good reason why we haven't done it yet is because this has actually been quite a nice display behind this. This is as close as we've got to World War II. If we've got it in the workshop, painted it up, we then can't take it to the shows. So it was sort of a nice way that we could sort of take it to a show in this sort of state, and then maybe next year I'll be driving around. So we are still having a bit of a dilemma with the engine and what to do to bring people up to date on this. If you haven't seen the videos, we've got the engine that came out of it that was seized up, could have been ran with no oil in, and then we'd got a spare engine off a friend of mine out of a T-55, slightly different engine, and that was seized up at the top end from water ingress. So we've got two bad engines that aren't the same, and we were planning to make one good one out of the two, and that's still looking like our only, well, not easy way of doing it. But fortunately, our friends at the Panzer Farm are trying to help us with the engine situation, and that really is the biggest, it's the Achilles heel that we've got with this project at the minute. We've got everything prepped, ready to go and put back in on the inside. The hull's basically blasted. We may have to go over it again because it's been outside for a day or two. If we had an engine ready to go, it wouldn't take a lot for us to crack on with this, because we do have everything we need to push on with the project, all the paint, everything. We just don't have the engine. So if we can do some good with them guys, which I'm hoping we can, there's your answer on the T-34. And basically after this show at Cosby, it will be coming to the workshop, and we will be starting, regardless of whatever, painting the hull, painting the inside, getting ready to start actually putting it back together. Yeah, appreciate everyone being quite patient. This is one of the vehicles that I think we started with at the very start of the channel, but it's also very time consuming, and what we have to try and do is keep the videos different and interesting each week, because believe it or not everyone is interested in that. I'm interested in it. I'm interested in all these things, but we've got to try and keep a bit of keep it varied, shall we say. Basically gone from one show to another, to another, to another. And we've also been to the Gravity show at the NEC, so we'll show a little bit about that now.
What was Gravity?
Huh?
Talk about what Gravity was.
Gravity is a car show about lowered cars. I don't really know anything about lowered cars or modern cars, but we'll show you what we got up to anyway. I hope everyone enjoyed this little midweek update video of where we are in the world right now with bits and pieces. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did actually ask everyone that I wanted to donate some money from everyone that supports the channel, thank you very much, to charity. And what charity should we donate it to? It wasn't long after that video went live, a friend of mine was involved in an accident and he was actually taken away in the air ambulance. Sadly, he didn't make it. And while I was at Marston Rally, the air ambulance were there and I decided that they were the people to donate the money to. Again, thanks to everyone that has supported the channel and has allowed us to donate that money to what I think is a really good cause. And hopefully, with continued support, we will keep giving little bits and pieces to charity so everyone gets something back in the future. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon.